Hi everyone, welcome to my podcast slash knitting diaries. I prefer to call them knitting diaries because in essence I feel like that's much more of an accurate description. I am Catherine, also known as Purlmonster on Ravelry, and I'm here today to show you what I've been up to for the remainder of 2020 and maybe talk about a little bit of my plans for 2021, or the first few months of it at least. So I'm going to start with I think I'm going to start with a couple of nice skeins of yarn that I have that I wanted to share with you, just because I think they're really nice and I just recently added them to my collection, so I wanted to show you what I have there and what I'm thinking about knitting with them. So I have a total of 6 skeins here. I picked those 6 because, for one, I like the colors, I like the feeling of the skeins, and I think they might be fun to look at. I'm going to start with these two here. These are already all wound up into a nice ball. They are Hairline Socks. They're the pack sport base actually. It's a tad bit thicker, although realistically I think if I compare it to some of the fingering weight yarn I have right in front of me, it's pretty much the same as a thicker fingering weight rather than what I'm used to as an actual sock weight, so I think they will compare pretty well. Hairline is actually relatively local to me, so they are here in the general vicinity. I think they're about an hour away. And this one right here is called Unicorn Taco. I just fell in love with the colors and it being super bright. It's obviously self-striping yarn, and I do like the feel of it. I think I showed in my first video the socks I'm knitting with another base of theirs, and yeah, I enjoy working with it, so I figured I'm going to add this one and also this one here. This is a little more, I don't know, I would almost say muted. This is Country Fried QPID, and it has the brown stripe, and then the remainder is I think it's 2 stripes of one being more pinky purple and the other has more burned orange, red, and pink tones. So I can't wait to knit those 2 up. I think they're going to be fun to knit, and it's going to be some nice cozy socks, especially for winter. I might knit them a little shorter if I can get the if the weight works out for 2 pairs, to just have 2 pairs of shorty socks maybe, but we'll see. Then next I got from not quite my local yarn shop, but still the yarn shop I really truly love. It's Heather Yarn Co. over in California. I got these 2 skeins here. This nice kind of muted shade here with some reds and some like almost greeny tones, and the orange is Nerdy Fibers in their Nerdy Fingering, and this is the Watermelon Dreams colorway. Nerdy Fibers is actually a dyer I absolutely truly love. Ashley is the dyer behind Nerdy Fibers. She dyes dyes herself, and she has a great Instagram account, and her yarn for me honestly is just plain awesome. And then I have here Earl Grey in this nice taupe color. This is on their Gunpowder Sock, which is 70% merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon, and this is in the color Moonlight. So these I bought together, as you can see with the little string, and I think I'm going to knit probably a Casapinka shawl with it. I have not gotten around to knitting the hogshot, so I'm thinking maybe this will be a hogshot. I think it's going to be a nice almost neutral shawl, but it will still work quite well if I have rather neutral clothing with the reds and the oranges. It'll be a nice contrast. And then the last two skeins I have are these two here. They are Lady Di yarns, and Diane Ivy is the dyer behind Lady Di. These were sent to me. They're actually part of a kit. Diane does a Tootsie Roll sock kit where you get 2 skeins of yarn for the Tootsie socks, for the Tootsie Roll socks, and I think you don't get to pick the color. She will send you a surprise set, a surprise kit of 2 skeins. They are each 400 yards, and this is shady gray, and I don't know what this shade is called. I think it's really nice and it's fun. It's this nice muted gray that is blue leaning, and then this wonderful it has the neutral still, but also with some teal, jeans blue, and then that pink, that bright yellow. I think this is going to be fun to knit up for the Tootsie Roll socks, and that is my plan. In fact, the Tootsie Roll, the sock kit that Diane has in her shop comes with a measuring tape and also with some stitch markers. So those were in that set, but I removed those up. To the side, I just have these 2 here for the video just now. Now, I didn't really finish too much, so I can't really show all that much, but I finished a sock. I mentioned the Hairline Socks that I was knitting last time, and this is the finished sock. I still need to weave in the end, but I haven't blocked it yet, and I haven't knit the other sock yet, so we're gonna call it even. But I chose this pattern. This is Cloudless Twilight. It is in one of the Nomadic pattern books, and I just really like the way these look. The original sock they had in pictured with the pattern was also a striped sock, so I figured this might be a nice way to try a self-striping. And while the pattern is for fingering weight, and this is, they sell it as a sport weight, I think it worked up quite well. It's maybe a tad bit bigger, but I still knit the normal size I would have picked on any given day. So yeah, that's oh, it has the slip stitch heel. Keep forgetting what it's called. I think I read it's partridge, and yeah, here. I think it fits quite well, and it looks pretty good with the self-strapping yarn. So that is my one semi-finished object. Let's call it a finished object, considering it is one sock done. And yeah, I hope to have the other one soon. Now, next up we have some of the whips that I am working on. It's the never-ending story, as you may have noticed if you watched the first one. I have a Slipstravaganza here. I have my RADvent cardigan here, and I also have a little bit of some other things here right behind me. So we're just gonna go and take a look, I guess. So, right behind me I have one part of the great Start Baking Mad MKAL, which no longer is an MKAL. I am knitting on part 2 of these squares, and I think they're really gorgeous. I opted out of the baubles she had, Annarella had in the pattern. Instead using, if you can see them, I am using beads instead of the baubles. I tried the baubles and I can't get them to look right. I don't like the way they look, and I didn't feel like fiddling with it. So I went with some beads I had anyway, and I think they do look nice. They fit in, they give a little bit of a sparkle, and I'm really happy with this. I'm not sure when I'm going to be done with this, considering I'm so behind, but I think this is going to be fun. and eventually I'll really enjoy the shawl. Next I have my Slipstravaganza. This is another MKAL. This is Stephen West's MKAL for 2020. I'm nowhere near done, obviously. This is where I'm at. I think it's really, really pretty. I can't wait to finish it. I'm probably a bit intimidated by the sheer fact that towards the end I will have over 900 stitches on my needles, and that's going to be intense. I heard that some people actually have been timing each row, and it took them roughly an hour per row. So this is going to be a good piece of work, I guess. I am for the shawl, I'm using an Archaic Fibers One Hit Wonder. It's my main color right here. This is a jeans blue. Then I am using some Earl Grey and some what's it called? It's not totally rad. I'm drawing a blank here. I'm sorry. I will annotate it, and I will let you know. I remember the yellow, the bright yellow here is called BANANAS, bananas. And I think this combination is just really cool. I opted eventually to go and try the mohair dare Stephen West had thrown out there for some of these, but not for all of them. So if you look at it, this one up here, and this is the same color, but this is with the mohair and this is without. So yeah, this is going to be fun. It's going to be huge. It looks a lot like a schlanket based on what I've seen, but that's going to be nice because I tend to be cold and I like to wrap myself up in my shawls, so that works for me. And then last but not least for today, I had mentioned I am knitting the RADvent cardigan, which is one of the Advent patterns by Ambah O'Brien, and I ended up going with an actual Advent calendar. I was opening for the Advent season. I got the Bad Wolf Girl Designs Advent calendar, which is Gilmore Girls inspired, and this is what my half of the cardigan looks like. So the pattern asks you to cast on here at the sleeve cuff. You knit the sleeve cuff with your main color, and then you start working your Advent colors, your minis. And if you can see this, I opted to do a semi-subtle fade. So the last two rows, or the first two rows of each new color, I switched out the colors. I went one row with one color, one row with the other, one with the first color, one with the last, with the second again, to have a little bit of a fade, because this Advent calendar was not designed as a fade. I also ended up actually opening it and rearranging the colors a little bit to make it a bit more fadey. I have seen gorgeous RADvent cardigans that are already done or almost done with a non-fade Advent calendar, and they are really, really pretty, but I opted to go for a super colorful fade, but still more of a fade than just a random assortment of colors, I guess. So this is one half. You start at the cuff, like I said, you knit on over, and eventually you pick up stitches for the body. Right here. Here we go. And yeah. It's really interesting. I do enjoy the way she set this up, and I will probably, when I'm done and I knit the ribbing at the bottom, I will probably add some length to it just to make it a little longer, because I prefer my cardigans a bit longer, just because I feel more comfortable wearing them that way, and I feel like they're a little more versatile. in terms of the wear I get. So here's that half, and I will be casting on the second half very soon, and then maybe one day it'll be done. Wish me luck on that one. So that is it for my current knitting. That's my knitting diary for the time being, for the last I think the last few months actually. And yeah, I hope you will have a wonderful 2021, and we will hopefully see each other soon. I'll see when I have some updates. Bye!